Scott Simpson.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. As a member of the Health Select Committee, it's a great pleasure to speak in the second reading debate on the Radiation Safety Bill in the name of my friend and colleague, the Minister of Health, Jonathan Coleman. When the speeches leading off this debate were made earlier on by colleagues on the Health Select Committee, I was impressed with the range of knowledge and depth of understanding that my colleagues had absorbed from this bill and our hearings into it at Select Committee. One of the great things about being a member of this Parliament is that even though you have no particular expertise, and as members we may not have a particular knowledge of a subject area or a piece of legislation, when a piece of technical legislation such as this comes before a committee such as the Health Committee, which is a collegial and well-chaired committee and one that works hard and diligently, you do learn things, Mr Speaker, as a member of a committee like that, and certainly that's been my experience on this piece of legislation. And it's something that has been, I think, an exemplar in terms of how a Select Committee process should work. And I want to acknowledge and also thank the Honourable Annette King for the comments she made during her contribution with regard to the very competent level of advice and professionalism received from officials and staff during the Select Committee hearings and process. This is a technical bill. It is a bill that replaces legislation that dates to the mid-1960s, and so the amount of technological advancement, medical advancement, improvement in science and knowledge that has occurred in those intervening years is hardly necessary to explain. However, it is important that our legislation improves and keeps up with modern technology and new ways of doing things. This bill does that in, I think, a very good way. It is a way of ensuring that medical professionals are secure, that the users of these types of rays and radiation are secure, that the beneficiaries of the treatments that are achieved from that medical use are also protected. But it goes further than that, sir, and it's not going to be something that I want to get into in terms of making great proclamations as to the definitions of the technical aspects of this bill, other than to say I think that the Select Committee has done an extremely good job. All members of the committee worked very well. I'm delighted to hear that there seems to be unanimous support for this bill across the House, and so, sir, I commend it to the House.
Dr. Shane Retty.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's a